arrived at our last system, the spirit system. So this is the seventh system of the seven systems of health. So what do we put into the spirit system then, which is represented by the color lavender or white first for some people or in some circumstances. So really what we have done here is we've gone through the full spectrum of rainbow colors. And when we talk about the spirit system, it's not so much kind of physical and tangible in a sense, as maybe particular some of the first three aspects. And so here we're looking at more our beliefs, our kind of surrender to look at something that's maybe bigger than ourselves, if we're connected to something more. We're looking at interconnectedness with all of life, or how we, we're connected to each other, choices we make, how things play out in different ways. And we're looking also at spirituality, maybe in a broader sense, and what that means for people. When it comes to the body system, then we are here looking at our central nervous system. We're looking at the kind of the top of the head, and we're also looking at to explore kind of like what's the soul, what's the other sort of like non-body part of ourselves, which is still an integral part of being a human being. And within the soul, we're also looking at kind of like life energy, or sometimes people call it chi, or so what is that? What does that mean for us? When it comes to food here for the spirit, it's kind of actually less connected with physical foods. So we're maybe looking at foods that is supporting the nervous system. We're looking at a way of eating and appreciating food in a sense that connects us to ourselves, each other, and something more, our nature. And we might look at the ways of supporting our bodies to detox and cleanse in a kind of a natural way, supporting those systems that our body already have in order to keep ourselves keep us healthy and functioning and protective. Like our body is really clever, so we already have all these systems, and what we do is to support them in the best way we can with the choices that we make. And when it comes to mindful eating and integrating this in the spirit system, it could be like looking at, so mindful eating comes from the root, it has its roots in mindfulness, which comes originally from the Buddhist tradition and the Buddhist teachings. And here we can use eating as that's what I spoke about earlier, as this kind of sense of connectedness. And we can bring the gratitude into the experience and being grateful for where the food comes from, whether it comes from something we've grown ourselves, it comes from whoever prepared it, whether it was somebody else that cooked the meal for us, or all the people that have been part of the chain to bring us the food that is in front of us. And we can also, if we wish, and if you don't, that's also fine, to use the eating experience as a kind of a spiritual gateway into this kind of cultivating this awareness that I spoke about earlier in both the truth system and for the insight system. That, cultivating this open, non-judgmental, kind awareness with this intention to what we're doing, and we can then take that from the plate and the eating experience into how we cook, how we think, how we live, and integrate with others. So that's the whole beauty of traveling this whole path. And I sometimes like to think about it as the rainbow path, or crossing the rainbow bridge, or whatever that looks like, that we arrive in this, and we can circle back to the love and the self-care and making the choices from that place of care and compassion. And the spirit system can be this gateway in. So here I'm going to leave you with the question to explore. And this is actually opening it up. So it's kind of moving away from the plate and the eating experience into your larger experience of life. And I picked something up from a book, some a year ago or something, came across a lady who was teaching mindfulness in a very sort of non-spiritual way, in a very practical, matter-of-fact way, called Ellen Langer. And my biggest takeaway from that was her definition of mindfulness is to simply notice things. So from that, my invitation for you to explore for the next week is, what daily miracles in your life are you experiencing in? And yeah, what do they look like? What are your daily miracles? And you can start by just simply noticing new things and watch your life change and grow and unfold and get richer. Thank you so much.